So yeah, how I came to Valencia is basically, I don't know. Like most of the things in my life was not really planned. I would say that the best decisions I ever made in my life was definitely not planned. It was just out of a place of intuition. I was living in Mexico for the past 5 years. I would not say that just one day I realized that was not my place. I was missing a lot to be on the road. Before I used to travel in a camper van with my ex-partner, and I was missing a little bit this life to explore new places. And deep down, I could feel that Mexico was not still the place where I want to settle down and have my base and have roots, even though I was in a really beautiful place. So I decided to come to Spain. First thought like, okay, it would be easier because of the language, since I've been living in Mexico and all traveling through all like Latin America countries that speak Spanish. It would be much easier for me to adapt. And then also because I had a friend that was living here in Valencia. So I reached out to her and asked if I could stay with her because it would be easier to be in a place where I know someone. And also my boyfriend was coming to here as well. So, okay, I have two people that I know and I will not be a completely new place to figure out by myself. I also was craving a bit a city lifestyle. I've been before in a very small towns, very isolated, so I really needed a bit more of this movement. I'm really enjoying the city. There is a charm to it. What I was the most worried about before arriving here, I would say that was, of course, like I think every time that I'm traveling to a new place, I'm a bit worried about the visa. But was everything okay? And of course, the financial part, I think, is what a lot of people worry about. Is like, am I going to be able to pay all the bills to survive in the place? Mainly if you're traveling a small budget, it's always like this question. Of course, I'm really lucky that I can stay with a friend. Of course, everything depends what you're looking for. If you really need something more luxury and you don't want to share place, it would be a bit more difficult. If you really think about to come here to live here, you can find rooms in a shared house for affordable price, something between 400, 500 euros. But yeah, that is, I would say that is for all budgets, but of course, it really depends on what are your needs and what your demands and your needs, but it's affordable. You can find something on a budget. Of course, will not be like a palace and something very luxury, but I think to arrive, to start, you can find. And in terms of grocery as well, before I was thinking, oh, Europe, everybody says so much more expensive than Latin America. And of course, eating out is expensive. It's not something that you can be doing every day. I really try to keep a low budget of in a balance between like saving but enjoying as well. So I go to the supermarket, I buy my own food, I cook during the week. On the weekends, of course, I go out with my friend, we have some drinks. Eventually, I will eat out, but of course, we try to keep a budget. So I would say you can go out, have a drink and a food with around 20 euros if you eat in a simple place. But yeah, there are, of course, places where you will spend much more than this. But everything depends really on your lifestyle. What for me is the best tip ever, and I came here and I completely love, is the Thursday market in Cabanel. That's it's a flea market because yeah, I really didn't come prepared at all with enough clothes and like yeah, I just came with what I had and like I will figure out after what I do. I want to travel with just a carry-on to not pay so much in the airplane. This is another tip to save money while you travel. You try to keep a minimalist lifestyle. So I decided to come here, and I'm like, okay, arriving there, I can just get some clothes in this flea market, and it's amazing. It's really good. Of course, sometimes a bit of lucky. You will not find the pieces exactly that you want, but if you have the patience to go there and dig in the piles and be walking around, you'll find really, really good things. I'll do a separate video after about how I'm redoing my suitcase for my next destination. Moving around, I really recommend you try the Valenbisi. You just need to download the app. You create your password, not your login, and then you choose your subscription mode. If you're gonna stay longer time like me, I'm staying here already 2 months. So, and I use a lot the bike. So it's much more worth it to already pay for the year. It's like a 26, 30 euros. But if you pay for a week, it's 13. Valencia is a very bike-friendly place. For me, it's been really, really nice way to move around, to see the city, to also have my breaks when I'm working. And I came here with my thoughts like I'm gonna be traveling around and could stay here up to 90 days, so like more or less 3 months. When I start to like really settle and think, okay, what I do next, I felt quite overwhelmed because I didn't really know where to go, what to do. So in the end, I decided to stay in Valencia just because I'm also like slow traveling. I'm not someone that likes to just go jumping from place to place and not really get the full picture of where I am. And in the beginning, I need to confess that I kind of felt a bit frustrated with that because I had in my mind, like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to travel. I was in this rush, in this, like, I need to travel, I need to, like, go to different place. And then, but I had to sit down with that decision and really feel and be honest with myself that actually was the best thing that I was doing, was a favor I was doing for me because I am someone that moves slow and I need time to process information, to take decisions. So was the best thing that I could do was really to say was the smartest decision. One side saying like, oh, you need to do this because maybe it's what you planned before, but then comes life and you need to maybe like listen to your intuition and to the moment that you're living. So for me, was combined is okay, I wanted this, but to be able to do this, I need to take a step back, chill a bit, plan, and then I can move forward. And now I'm in a process of deciding my next destination because my visa is running out. And this was another stressful process. And don't take me wrong. People sometimes like, why are you doing this to get stressed? Like, it's just life. If I will be back home having a normal 9 to 5 job and like my house, my apartment, living normal, I will have stress anyway. I just choose to have another types of stress that for me are okay, they are the stress that I chose to, and not they are imposed to me. It's not because you're traveling, because you go into this beautiful place and living a more of a free life. Doesn't mean you don't gonna have moments of struggles, of stress. It's just a different thing. I'm happy with this type of struggle, let's say like this, but doesn't mean that when I'm on them that I don't like suffer a little bit as well. So yeah, I was trying to decide what to do next. And I came across this video from a friend that I follow on Instagram, and that she teaches this very nice technique of the coin flip to decide things, not to take decisions. And it's a very interesting one, and I really follow it to decide my next destination. And yeah, it was just very interesting because I had a lot of options. I don't know, I go to place A, to place B, to place C, and I didn't know, I was very confused. I did it mentally and I could recognize a pattern that's like, oh, some of these options actually I'm not happy with the decision. I would be like, rejecting, I don't want to do. So this was actually a very good tip. I'm really like, thank you very much to sharing this information because it's really helped me deciding my next destination, which we're gonna see soon. And yeah, if you're really curious about all the breakdown of the cost of everything, of these informations, I would post everything on my Substack. This was just really an introductory video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will keep documenting this journey and see you on my next destination maybe.